What if I told you the choice between buying or leasing a car could save you thousands? In the next few seconds, you'll learn the key benefits and drawbacks of each. When it comes to deciding whether to buy or lease a car, both options have their pros and cons. It really depends on your financial situation, personal preferences, and how you plan to use the car. Let's break down some key factors to help you figure out what might work best for you. When you buy a car, you're paying to own it outright, whether through an upfront cash payment or a loan. The monthly payments for a loan might be higher than leasing, but once the car is paid off, it's yours to keep. Leasing generally comes with lower monthly payments because you're essentially renting the car for a set period. However, at the end of the lease, you don't own the car, and you may have to pay additional fees for exceeding mileage limits or wear and tear. If you're someone who likes lower monthly payments and doesn't mind not owning the car, leasing might appeal to you. However, if you're thinking long-term and don't want to keep making payments indefinitely, buying may be the better option. Over the long term, buying is usually more cost-effective. Once the loan is paid off, you have no more monthly payments, and you can drive the car for as long as it lasts. You can also sell the car later, which gives you some return on your investment. Leasing is more expensive over time because you never stop paying for a car. Every few years, you'll need to lease a new one, which means you're continually making payments without ever building equity in the vehicle. Let's say you plan to keep a car for at least 7 to 10 years. Buying might be more cost-effective because, after the loan term, typically 3 to 5 years, you won't have monthly payments. On the other hand, if you prefer getting a new car every few years, leasing might work better, though it's more expensive in the long run. When you buy a car, you have complete control over it. You can drive as much as you want, modify the vehicle, and sell it whenever you're ready for a change. There's no mileage limit or wear and tear penalties to worry about. Leasing often comes with mileage restrictions, for example, 12,000 miles per year. If you exceed that limit, you'll face extra charges. You also can't make modifications to the car, and at the end of the lease, you have to return it in good condition. If you have a long commute or like to go on road trips, buying may give you the freedom you need without worrying about mileage limits. But if you mostly drive locally and don't mind sticking to a mileage cap, leasing could work just fine. If you're the kind of person who likes to keep a car for the long haul, buying makes sense. You can drive it until it no longer suits your needs, and you have the option to resell it later. Leasing might be more attractive if you enjoy having the latest models with the newest technology. Every few years, you can upgrade to a new car without worrying about the hassle of selling your old one. A car enthusiast who loves the idea of driving the newest luxury models might prefer leasing. However, if you're someone who values owning and maintaining your own car over the long term, buying offers more personal satisfaction. This analysis holds for all types of cars, whether you're thinking about getting an economy car for practical purposes, a luxury car for style, or even an electric car to be more eco-friendly. Each of these categories has its own considerations, but the general buying versus leasing decision process remains the same. Buying may be more cost-effective in the long run, especially if you're aiming for affordability and low maintenance costs. You may also be surprised to know that millionaires buy their car and pay off as soon as they can to remove debt and keep the car as long as they can. This is one of the most known facts about millionaires. Like what you see? Subscribe for more.